Boys, we're here with another video today for Valorant, for Omen, our spooky boy, and we're here to talk to you today about not particularly a map, though we're going to be using Bind here as our example. We're going to be talking about a staple in Omen's gameplay, and that is fakes. We're going to talk to you today about the art of a fake. How is it done? What's the necessity in the fake? How to set up a fake? And why do they work? What's the fundamentals behind why they work? All right, so let's get talking. Why is Omen the best why is Omen the best faking agent? Well, Omen is the best faking agent because he has the ability to change positions without actually moving in between the space, so his teleport, while also the sound being heard is majority on the location left, as well as having the ability to obscure the view of your enemies via smoke, or to obscure the view of your enemies via a blind that also happens to remove sound from them. So what these things all do together is they work in conjunction with each other. Omen focuses on manipulating your lack of information. So, how do I fake? Well, let's think about a regular round now, okay? If I'm going to be peeking this angle, checking this things early on, this is where most likely I'm going to see an early peek in this round. But how can I do something and turn me just peeking this every time into a fake? How do I fake? Where do I do it? When do I do it? Well, a fake is done when you have a read on an opponent and you know what they're going to do. So you set up a situation in which you can give them information that would give a knowledgeable player the thought about what you were going to do. So, for example, a classic fake is the one everyone knows and everyone thinks about, and that's the teleport. You throw a teleport while midair jumping, you'll return and you'll make a teleport sound. That is the most classic, standard, easiest fake. That's the one people hear and try the most. You saw it all over Reddit, all over, I think it was even in the beta, people were doing it in Reddit. And yeah, that's boring, that's one-dimensional. What do you want? That's not very good. But if you want, here's a little bit of spice for that basic move. Instead of doing this, how about we teleport in here and we do it inside? When you do the teleport inside, those who have come through here, if you remember, this is after you've gained information. Fakes only work when you have information about the opponent, so you can give them appropriate information. This fake would be done with the knowledge that the opponent is going to be pushing into hookah. If they are doing hookah frequently and they are coming into this space frequently, then you will do this fake. So remember, fakes are entirely based off of what you perceive and what you have read based off of enemy habits, okay? That's very important. That's the most crucial part. For example, if I do that teleport and there's no one here to hear it, that is a useless teleport. I am stuck here now. I'm no longer on A site, and I'm going to have to run all the way back around. But there are other things that come in line with that. For example, knowing how to use Omen's abilities can lead to some pretty amazing things. For one of those pretty amazing things is if I'm holding a site and I'm in a pretty dicey situation, to say the least. I'm chilling here under hookah. I'm the only person on site. I can hear people stomping up long. I can hear people stomping through hookah. They faked A site. We thought we were going to go to A site, and I was the only person anchoring here, and I put myself in a dumb position. Well, there are things you can do. For one, when they come through here, they're going to check this at some point. Well, Omen's teleport is fantastic. Remember what I said about having information and giving information? Well, there's also things you can do with lack of information and giving no information, specifically with the ult. If I'm here and I hear them coming, I am going to teleport as far away from any enemy as possible. Hell, I'll go to our spawn, I'll go to our heaven, And then as they jump out, I cancel. So this would be something that I would do immediately. Like, I would be chilling right here, and I would wait till I hear them as close as possible, and then teleport out so they don't see me, and they can't hear me cancel. Because the cancel sound is only here. I've talked about this before in my videos, so it's only at the location you're teleporting to. So now we have enemies coming over, looking down when they're jumping, seeing nobody, going out, taking space in the sight, and you reappearing behind them, and being able to either slow walk and take a good position, wait for your team to get into position for the retake, or you can try to get some free cheeky kills, stop the plant, and get out. That'd be a thing where you could stop the plant, and then if you want, plan ahead and try to get some smokes down and get out and save for a later fight. But there are times in this game where I've talked about before, but everyone knows, it's just there are certain situations where you just kind of have to accept your death. It just happens. You got to try to make the most out of it and try to take as many people down with you. It's just your time, and it happens. But the quicker you come to accept those moments in your gameplay, the better they'll turn out to be. I promise you, if you just accept your death more often in this game, you'll pull out some crazy clutch moments when you just don't care about dying. So, how else can we fake in this game? Well, we know a multitude of different things. If I'm going to be playing here, and I'm going to be peeking an angle, and I'm not going to be giving any audio information. Well, there's simple fakes that you can do. And if I'm not giving any audio information, then I can just do simple things like repositioning and firing from different angles and then returning back to synchronous to refight. But there's also things that I can do if I'm giving audio information. If I'm giving audio information and I'm dueling someone long, but I can hear them trying to come out hookah, maybe I might smoke this so they can't get any information, and teleport in place. When they do the teleport in place, the enemy here is going to hear, as you can see, if you watch the minimap, you'll see the location of the sound. Lo and behold, you have teleported, and they don't know where you're going to land. So when hearing that, obviously, they're not going to be sitting here staring in this location. They've heard the teleport, they're going to be spamming this, spamming this, spamming this. They could even be realistically trying to spam you through here, which I believe is very finicky to get through. I don't even know to shoot through here. It's somewhere through the center. There it is. I guess the glass doesn't come as far over as I thought. Yeah, it's a lot further in. There's a multitude of places you could go. Like I said, you could sneak around this corner. You could get out here. You could have teleported into here. Hell, if you really wanted to, you could have done something cheeky and then is backed up here and teleported here. And that's something that I would recommend only to those who are very experienced with Omen and those who are confident in their aim and their ability to react quickly and flick large amounts. So if you're checking these angles here and flicking up, you want to be able to have the ability to watch multiple angles very quickly. Being able to flick like that is very important if you're going to put yourself in close proximity to the enemy and hide in tiny corners. You want to be able to flick between targets. Spray transfers is almost a necessity in these moments. So, what else is there to do? Well, wrap it up. That's all there is to cover it. Faking isn't necessarily something I can do to give you a list of fakes. Faking comes from your ability to understand what information is given and what information you withhold. So, remember, think about what visual information that you are withholding from your enemy, what information you are giving them. I'm giving them my position when I peek, and then I'm giving them audio information that I have moved. And that in lies the key to these. Is understanding information. Information will always remain to be the most important thing in this game. That's why Cypher is always such a strong pick, and why Sentinels in general are a strong pick, because they give you early, safe information. And who is going to argue about the power of safe and early information? Preemptively clearing things like Sova darts, and it's why Sova is so powerful. It's because he's the ability to spot someone out. But you, as Omen, have the ability to let a dart spot you, and as that tick goes off is when you teleport. And then you can come back to your spot because they can see you teleport. So you can either teleport back to your spot, you can wait for the ping to hit you, or destroy the dart, and they see the shot or they hear the shot and you reposition. There's literally like 15 different things just off the scenario, off of seeing a dart that's going to scan you. It is a multitude of things. You can choose what information you want to give, how you want to give it, depending on how you use your teleports. Hell, if you really want to, you could throw a smoke to block a ping and then teleport. I mean, Jets do it all the time. You can do it with Omen. It's just not as easy. It's really hard. It's more of those kind of things where if you see a dart flying, then you're gonna throw the smoke like this, and then you're gonna peek across. I've done it once or twice. It's incredibly hard, and it's not a good use of Omen smokes. But it can be funny for a fun moment where you're blocking a smoke and they're not expecting anything from it. They're seeing a smoke go up in the air like this in a very weird spot, confuses people, and they tend to look at it. I'm not please let me put a caveat here. I am not recommending you try that in any way. That is some scuffed plays, but I will say that that's the stuff that I'm talking about. Is choose what you were willing to do with your skills to deny information, to change, and to keep people guessing. They can't tell where that smoke came from, so it's gonna leave them thinking, what the fuck is happening? And that's your goal as Omen, is to confuse the fuck out of the enemy, to keep them guessing, and to keep information out of their pocket. If Cypher is going to get them information, Omen is going to give them false information, or remove it entirely. And that is where his strong suit lies. I've talked to it before. Fakes. He is the master of deception, the master of confusion, and the master of outplaying. And Fakes will be the first interesting tool that will get you thinking about different mental ways to approach Valorant. Have a good one, boys. Thanks for dropping in. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Join the Discord community. Leave a comment below. Tell me, do you play the Spooky Boy? Do you do fakes? Do you know how to do fakes? If you have any cool fake ideas, leave them in the comments, or ask me if you have any other fakes that you'd like me to explain. I can explain further. I can do more videos about doing more in-depth fake guides, but they're very situational. They are almost entirely based off of the enemy. So it's always going to be on a case-by-case, match-by-match basis. Have a good one, boys. See you in the next one.
Yeah.
Cover
going out. Oh, let's see. Oh, 120, bro. 120 on Brace. Brace hit 120.
Good shot down.
One on the gradient.
One enemy remaining.
Now that's an Omen play.
I'm gonna push up on the target.
Cypher 120 on Grudge. He's a Grudge.
Stealing sight. One enemy remaining.
Last one has 20 health, 30 health.